All right, you guys see that? Very good.
Yeah.
So winning the listing presentation before you even go. That's what I'm talking about, right? I don't want to be competing. I just want to get there and it be done. So, Mr. Trujillo, I got a question, and for anybody out there that might want to answer, what is our number one priority when we're sitting at that breakfast table on a listing presentation? What do
Well,
we
I
do?
take notes. That's what I certainly do.
Take notes.
I take the notes. That's what I do.
What are we trying to accomplish with the clients? Usually, people usually say, we're trying to really wow them, right? Or show them all of our marketing skills or anything like that. But I say our biggest priority is to create a feeling of safety with them, right? So when you hire an attorney, right, you want to hire someone that makes you feel safe, and they say, um, Ray, I've got this under control. I'm in charge. You're covered, right? So a seller is only looking for a buyer. That's all they care about. Do they really care about your marketing? Do they care about market statistics? Do they care about that you're going to do a Facebook ad, any of those things? They might care some, um, but really, a seller is just looking for a buyer. A buyer is looking for a home, and our job as real estate agents is just to facilitate that process. So, and when we go on this listing presentation, this is what we're going to talk about, kind of the getting ready for that presentation. We want to create that feeling of safety, that they know that we have it under control, and we're going to show them that with our system and process. And this is a simple 5-touch process before your listing appointment that's going to help facilitate that. Does that make sense? Am I saying that? Everybody follow me there so far? Okay, good. So last time, well, on episode 5, we talked about how to the 3-step process to pitch anything and how to speak with authority. So I'm not going to go over that again, but it was number 1 was credibility, number 2 relatability, then reset and redirect. So if anybody wants more information on that one, go back and watch episode 5. But okay, so here's what we're going to do on our 5 steps, 5 quick, easy touches to win the battle before it's even won, before it's even fought. Number 1, first thing we are going to do is we're going to we're going to do a count. Once we schedule the appointment with the client, we're going to put it on our calendar. We're going to send them a calendar invite. Okay. You could put any kind of notes down there in that invitation. And you're going to tell them, so here's a script. Mr. Trujillo, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna put you into our system, and it's going to send you a notification that you can place right on your calendar. Is that okay? You get by.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great. So they're going to be impressed with that, right? You're going to put them on there. You're going to send them a calendar invite. It's going to put it right on their calendar. So what's going to happen? They're not going to have any questions about, is he coming at 4 or 4:30? I don't remember. What is? Am I supposed to bring anything? Am I supposed to do anything? All that's taken care of. So they're already starting to be impressed with you. You're doing what you say you're going to do, right? Now that was the hard one. Does that sound hard? The next one is that you're going to send them a 24-hour notification. Super simple, right? Reminder or upcoming appointment. Number 3, you're going to send them a 4-hour notification. Super, super simple. All right, now here's where it gets fun. A little bit more tricky, a little bit more work, but it's not hard at all. All right, so the magic number, our 4th touch is the magic whiteboard strategy. And you are going to do this. You can do it on a whiteboard. You can do it on a flip chart or something like that. But you need to have this written. A whiteboard is kind of the best thing. And here's what that looks like. I went back through all my old notes, and I was trying to find one of my old pictures that I sent to a client. But here's essentially, I couldn't find it, and I didn't want to. I've got a whiteboard in here now. I don't know if you guys can see. Well, you're looking at my screen, and I've got a bunch of stuff on there, so I didn't want to rewrite it. But here's what you do. You're going to take a picture in front of the whiteboard, just like this one, and you're going to text that picture to your client, and here's the script. You're going to say, our team is working hard on the launch strategy of your home. Please look over an example of our current market conditions, and you're going to send them a link to the live CMA. It's all going to be in a text message. When you are to that cloud CMA, when you create that cloud CMA, you get that link, and you can drop that into a text message. Okay. So you're going to draw this stuff out on the whiteboard here. Do you see where it says 6 Gallery Place, Newport Coast? That's all you do is you erase it, and you put the address of your next appointment in there. Take a picture, send. Pretty simple. And now these are things that you're going to do. So you need to go through your strategy and process, write this stuff out. You can take this. I'll send out these slides if you want and use this as an example. But put some stuff in there, right? Put a current year and date on there, month and date. So your client really feels like you're working for them. Again, we're creating that feeling of safety. All right. Any questions about this? Thumbs up. What do you guys think? Pretty simple.
Yeah. So what I'm saying with it is what you're basically doing is at this point, if your strategy is to create a website for them or for them to have marketing such as e-cards going out to the MLS, this is where you create that and it's your own at that point.
I'm sorry, say that again, Tom.
I'm sorry. So it's like if you have your own strategy, like you're going to do e-cards, you're going to do a blast, that's your stuff that you put on your board, correct?
Correct. And these, you can go through and you can dig around on the internet and find all kind of things that actually do happen, right? A lot of stuff KW does for you. YouTube videos, virtual tours. You can talk about, and we'll get into this later on, but really, when you're talking about pricing of a property, everything should be about the buyer. The buyer is the one who determines the quote unquote, doing air quotes, fair market price, not the seller, not the agent. Buyers create the fair market price whenever an offer gets accepted. So, but we can go into a lot more detail on that later. So any other questions about the magic whiteboard strategy? So you're going to just take a picture of yourself and you're going to have their address on there and you're going to send it to them. Okay, that was touch number 4. Then here's another fun one. The guilt-free appointment reconfirmation strategy. Everybody's out there, they're always, some agents do, some agents don't, but confirm the appointment, either call them up or send them a text, and we're always scared to death. What are they going to cancel on us? So here's a good way of doing this without having to make that call. So here's what you're going to do. 24 hours before the appointment, you're going to drop this on their door. Okay. All this is this is nothing but a cloud CMA. You're going to print it out, put it in this manila envelope, and you're going to write the property address on the envelope, and you're going to write on the package, do not open until our appointment. Or please do not open until our appointment, put it that way. So now what happens? We've got some curiosity going on, right? So please do not open until our meeting tomorrow. So then that day before, you're going to send them a text message that says, hey Tom, I just dropped off something at your doorstep for our meeting tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you at 2:00. That's it. So you've opened up that curiosity loop. So there's some excitement around the process and not just drudgery of you coming and sitting in their house for an hour and a half, talking about your marketing and how you're number one or any of that stuff.
So Ray, this is the same, it's the same, it's just a printout of the CMA that you sent the link to?
Exactly. Yep. Same exact thing. All right. Now, so so what we're going to do, how we're going to use this on our appointment, right? So at the appointment, you're going to be able to use this to build instant rapport with people. Okay. And here's how you do that. First thing, we go on the appointment, right? We get there, do not go on a tour of the house. Don't do that. I know most agents do the first thing. Hey, should I take my shoes off? Let's show me around the house and go on a tour. They think that's how you build rapport. No, really, we're still trying to create that safety. And you go on a tour, what do? They start asking you, well, should I change these curtains? What should I do? When you verbal diarrhea, everything that you know about their house, they no longer need you. Because they can use exactly what you've told them and have the next agent do it. That'll do it for 2% or 1% cheaper than what you did. Don't give them anything about pricing or about what you would do to the house at this point, right? So what you're going to say here is the script is right. Where should we sit down and strategize? That's all you say. Not give me a tour. Where should we sit down and strategize? Sit down at the table with them wherever they choose, and the two of you are you and Mr. and Mrs. Seller are going to sit down and strategize about the strategy. So here's the script. Hey, Tom, do you happen to have that brown envelope that I left for you? And Tom will say, yeah, I have it right here, right? So this is what you say every single time. You look at them and smile, right? And you say, Tom, did you open it? And smile. And you got one of two answers, right? No, Ray, we did not open it. Here's the script to build instant rapport. Oh my gosh, Tom, this is amazing. You and I are going to get along just great. Because it is my job to bring you an offer that you want at a price that you want and for the terms that you want. And we can build a plan together that gets you to that result. Let me walk you through what's in the envelope. We're going to get along great. This is amazing. Way to go, Tom. Proud of you for not opening it. Okay, number two, they say, yes, they did open it. You laugh and say, Tom, that is totally cool. You and I are going to get along just great because, I have nothing to hide. This process is completely transparent. And at the end of the day, it is my job to bring you an offer that you want at a price that you want and for the terms that you want. Now that you've already opened it, go ahead and grab that content and let me walk you through that. So instant rapport. Okay. So it does not matter one way or the other if they've opened it or not. All we're trying to do is build that rapport. This helps by you're building that rapport by Tara. You'll get this one. You're breaking the pattern, and you're injecting some humor, right? Little NLP there. You're doing a pattern interrupt. No other agents have done this, right? They are going to remember you. Now, and this also allows you to address the content again without the drudgery. What's in that envelope? You're going to be able to address what's in the envelope without saying, let me show you my listing presentation, right? That's kind of old hat by now. They've probably already interviewed 2 or 3 other agents. Okay, that is the 5 steps to winning the listing appointment before you even go. Thoughts, questions, concerns? Pretty easy?
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple? Pretty effective, Tom? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just curious, since we're all kind of KW people and understand people's temperaments, kind of gives you also an example of the kind of broker you're working with, or excuse me, client you're working with when they've already opened it, right?
That's true.
All of a sudden you're not working with a real disciplined client at that point. Screw it, I'm going to open it.
That's a good point.
Dan, I see Dan smiling because Dan and I've kind of been through this before together on this, so it's good.
So Ray, and at what point do you introduce the listing agreement?
After they've, I usually just send it over to them after they've agreed to work with me. I just send it over DocuSign. tell them, just say, hey, you know what? There's a lot of pages in there. It's really pretty self-explanatory. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to walk you through it if you would like. But most people, you know, they know what it says. It's
But
just,
you agree on the price?
yeah, so pricing and pricing strategy was something that I was thinking of talking about today, but that is a much longer conversation. And maybe we'll do that here in the next week or two. I think Tom's going to do one next week, but he's got a good one for us. But yeah, maybe that's something we could talk about in 2 weeks. Pricing and pricing strategy, just, you know, a little hint on that. So I always tell the clients that it's really not about price. Price is nothing more than an invitation. That's it. How quickly do you want to move? There's 3 pricing strategies, right? We've got event pricing, which is, you know, low pricing. So we create a multiple offer situation. Or we have what most people would call fair market pricing, but we really, we should remove that from your vocabulary. Fair market pricing is not real, and it's not even established until the property is sold and closed. Not even once it's under contract, right? Because you might have more stuff come through on an inspection. You might be changing the price or offering some concessions. But so that would be perceived market value. And then the final one would be aspirational pricing. You'd be pricing it high, right? So it's 3 different strategies. So Mr. and Mrs. Woodruff, you know, would you like to give me any price range that you think give me a price that you think your house is worth, and I'll give you a time frame on when we can sell it. You know, you can only do this script, right, if you have rapport. You have to have good rapport, right? Because it can be kind of a little banter back and forth. They say, well, my house is worth $18 million. I say, okay, 397 months. That's when I'll sell your house.
Yeah.
Or say, well, it's 1.1. Okay, well, I can do it in 3 months. It's all about pricing strategy. It's all about how quickly do you want to sell. Anyway, that's just a little tip. We can go into a very detailed conversation about pricing. So the magic whiteboard strategy. Everybody good with that?
That's cool.
And then the guilt-free appointment reconfirmation strategy helps to build rapport, right? Again, doing that tour through the house, don't do it. Setting yourself up for a trap, and you know, it's hard to build rapport on that. I think it's better to do it this way. All right, that's all I got, guys. Somebody else has any questions? That is it.
Very cool. Thank you.
All right, very good. Guys, next week, be on the call Monday. Smokey's call. It's gonna be good.
See you guys this afternoon.
Bye.